You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and Nightwish Army, welcome back to End of Innocence, Part 4. We're finishing off this amazing, interesting documentary. Hope you have a good time with us today. Welcome back, Nightwish Army and Chronicans. We are doing part 4 to finish this off. If you missed part 1, 2, and 3, we do have a playlist for this amazing documentary, and you will be able to find that in the description box below. If you have been having a good time with us and have been coming to these premieres, it's been really awesome to chat with all of you, so hopefully you are here for the premiere. But if you are here on your own time, thank you so much as well. Please let me know where you are from, Nightwish Army. It always makes me very happy knowing how far Nightwish has went across the world. And without further ado, part 3 ended with Tuomas talking about slaying the dreamer and Dead Boy's poem, and just like how he's not able to express his feelings that easily towards people face to face, so that he's been making songs to do that. And there's a bunch of hooliganism that it went on to, so it's been a lot of fun. So let's keep this going. About 45 minutes left. All right. Start with some music. Don't forget your drinks too, y'all. Priest for the poorest sacrifice. Alanna wrapped in a sea of sorrow and greed. Does a death grunt. Hell yeah, Empu. I love watching Empu play. I'd love to see like a playthrough of Empu performing a song. I don't know if there is. I know Kai has some for drums. Yeah. That's it, eh? Oh, I love the Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse and Minnie in the back there. If you guys are Disney lovers, let me know as well. Big time Disney lovers in this household. We gotta see that Scrooge McDuck one that Tuomas does. Some books. Sorry, as a kinky girl, eh?
Nightwish DVD. Only vitamin. Did you like it? Hey,
To make it on the Nightwish DVD, eh? Oh, true metaphor.
Mut sitten Wismasteri tuli pihalle. Meillä oli levyjulkkarikeikka Kiteellä ja Hallissa vuonna 2000.
Spektaakkeli tapahtui.
Siellä saatiin myös ensimmäiset kultalevyt. Eli tää 4, missä oli Sacramentit ja Awesome.
Wow, look at all these posters he has.
Ja nyt itse pallo 90 ja lähtee tuolla.
That is a magical room if I've ever seen one. Wow.
Kiteen pesisjoukkueen tunnari tässä pari kautta sitten tehtiin. Sisäänajo musiikiksi.
Sitten pojat mennään Brasiliaan.
Mä käytin kesällä Etelä-Amerikassa.
Se pieni juttu unohtuu.
Jos mun pitäisi sanoa kaikkein nostalgisin ruunikokemus, mitä mulla on, niin kyllä se on se ensimmäinen
See?
Etelä-Amerikierto. Se oli
The South American people, and it's so cool because like Thumbnail Lady and I always talk about this anytime we're doing a reaction and it's in like Argentina or Brazil or somewhere like that in South America, even in Mexico, I would say like the lower North America, but it's just like they're so phenomenal. They bring so many memorable memories because of how they interact with you while as a performer, and it's just always cool to see how everyone loves performing in South America, and it makes me want to go down to South America to see some concerts.
hienoa.
Siis siinä vaiheessa ei vielä kuitenkaan ei ollut kokenut sitä glamouria ja hehkutusta, mitä voi saada rockibändi osakseen. Mutta sitten kun meni Etelä-Amerikkaan, levy oli tullut just ulos.
Oh wow.
Chile, Argentiina, Brasilia, Panama ja Meksiko.
Ja Boliviassa oli välilaskussa, tehtiin
Pressi,
pressi tehtiin Bolivian lentokentällä.
Tuohon sumaan pitäisi syöksyä tuonne.
It's kind of like nicer for me, but I think it's pretty different for her.
Pressitilaisuus Unkari.
Changed so far. I don't know, these big festivals or bigger clubs, of course it's natural that you feel on the stage.
The first couple of minutes you are free to shoot some photos and afterwards you've got 15 minutes to...
Kiitoksia humpasta.
Humpataanko Saksassa? Wow, humpataanko Saksassa? Natakaalia, makkaraa ja nopseja.
I know there is someone in the comments last documentary told me there's someone that follows I think Tarja everywhere she goes and all that, and I bet there's so many reoccurring fans and roadies that Nightwish actually has, and I wonder if some of those people made it onto this documentary, because I feel like I've seen that girl a bunch of times. He's got craps.
Tää oli lehdessä tää kuva tänään.
Oh.
Tätä loppu patteri. Älkää kaatuko.
Porukka pyörtyy ja juoksee pakun perässä ja hakkaa ikkunoita.
Wow, eh? People fainting when they saw them. This is their third album. They got big quick. I still can't believe I missed them.
Se oli niinku sellainen, että tätäkseen nyt on.
Haro valmistus pyykkiä suurlähetystössä. Jee.
Että saa kustaa puitten nurkkaan niinku Suomessa. Suomessa ja muistakaa loppuudessa tapella.
Jäätiöt kyykky paskalle.
Päivää.
Okay.
This is not bad yet. Halo. Päivää.
Mucho bueno.
Otetaan gruppe ensin. Rabbit Byxor.
Marco, get in there.
Suvi suomalainen.
Nice little cartwheel.
Kepit Brasiliassa. Schleitä Trima.
Oh man, I love how much the sauna is part of their lives. I love the saunas. Here we go, boys.
Hei Saksan poliisi,
Hintarin se peräaukko ruskeampi on. Sinne pain parrun paru, saapi kuolion.
Kuuski näyttää persettä.
Vitun polo.
Se on
Hit mom!
Tuollaista se on.
Ja koska niin varmaan kaikilla bändin jäsenillä ja kautta teknikon porukalla, niin on kuitenkin olemassa 2 egoa. 2
Yeah, of course.
On se, mikä on kiertoilla. Siinä muutaman illan jälkeen. Ja sanotaan 4 aikaa aamuyöllä, kun keikka on ohi ja oot juonut muutaman viinan. Niin se on
Aren't we all? I mean, but that's what you want. Like, everyone has to put on that persona and to have that different personality. It's just like, it's so nice. Like he's saying, everyone in this tour, probably the real side comes out because a lot of people are just restricting all that fun that they want to have just to look civilized and all that all the time. So you're seeing a lot more of what someone is when they're drunk, in my opinion, all the time. That's what the truth does come out. So it's cool to know that there's definitely 2 sides to everyone, at least.
Tää ja tää. Vittu, nää on vaarallisia. Tappaa. Täälläkin meillä on passi kaulassa. Rullapaperi kädessä. Taitaa olla runkkari. Mut se on kuitenkin niin totta kai osa itsensä. Mutta kuitenkin eri henkilö.
Nyt mä oon kyllä antanut drinkin.
We all have that shadow side as well. Oh yeah, small party time.
Tai sit se ei ollenkaan päässyt koneeseen. Tai lähtenyt muistanut. Eikö tää huomaa, kun se tulee? Kävi vähän mietittävä. Mitä on tapahtunut? No niin, tuoli. Ei se voi tuolla. Oli vähän samannäköinen keijä. Täällä oli liikaa tukkaa. Ja tuolta yritin etsiä kaljumiestä, mutta kun ei löytynyt. Jumalauta. Mennään keletappi. Ne kävi kaikki pahimmat niinku painajat mielessä läpi.
You Teletubby.
Se on päässyt koneeseen, se on sammunut koneeseen. Se on lähtenyt väärään koneeseen. Meillä on tuossa Annikka. Ota tuota, Oi vittu. Superhassua.
Kello on vittu 105. Viimeinen kuulutus. Testolt. Rumpali. Maloshow. Nightwishin uusi matsku on semmoista, että mä voin...
Oh yeah, so he does the lights, I guess. That's actually something I kind of wanted to know, and I think he's doing the lights, so let me know that. Just they are so entertaining to watch still, but I can also see why a lot of people were hesitant. Some people were hesitant with like me checking this one out and what it might cause other people to feel because of just how much male humor and all that is going on, and that's not for everyone, and I can understand that, but I'm having a great time, and like we definitely got to finish this, y'all, so here we go.
Koska taini on tärkeä. Valoissa, nimenomaan. Tää on väärin. Tää on ihan mulle kostu, saatana.
Sulla on samanlainen nahkatakku kuin Michael Jackson oli Beatles.
Sun kähkilä. Tuleepi se pipi.
Selvä. Ja vasemmalla. Suoraan. Siinä lukee Nevalainen. Elä.
Testierää. Yhdellä huikalla niin paljon kuin pystyy.
Oh boy. They do love each other, it looks though.
Ei minkäännäköistä rokkia. Ei minkäännäköistä.
Pari valittua saa.
Tää tulee seuraavalle DVD:lle, eiks tunkki?
It's going to be on the DVD, right? Oh man. Like, again, it still just makes me think if there is any bonus material, let me know. But like, this is one of the documentaries that I've seen in my lifetime where it looks like everything is just thrown in and they just got so much footage from so many random things that they somehow intertwine together, because it still has somewhat of a coherent storyline that it's going through. It's not all chaos, even though it can seem like a lot of chaos right now. But I mean, they're just having fun, and this is still so like amazing for me because this was 20 years ago and I had no idea about these people. So just this Century Child 3 CDs in, and to know their type of dynamic they already had 3 CDs in, and to know where they are now, it's like that's why I would love to talk to these guys, because they've just been through so much. Oh, I do like my whiskey. I'm a whiskey and gin person. Dishwashing liquid, no. Don't do it. Not the Tide Pods.
Riittääkö? Oliko tarpeeksi älykästä? Jukka, mitä tapahtui? Menikö joku rikki?
Dropping the beer I was named for my ears hangs so funnily. Oh my god. The children love me so.
Nightwishin valomies ja vähän viinaa tässä sillä aamutuimaa.
Kaverit, huomatkaa, kello on 9 sunnuntai-aamuna.
Oh my gosh, it's 9 a.m. Sunday morning. They're already starting.
Se muistaakseni 10.30 tuli aika tasan tarkkaan siinä stageella.
Sky.
Nyt on juomassa.
Kellohan ei joku puoli 9 aamulla.
Oh!
Erotiikkaa. Suutana hunajaa! No Nyt tulee taas. Eltamassa on täällä alas.
Oh man. I have to admit, I have some admiration for just bands themselves, because it's really tough living in tight communities like this and not clashing with like different personalities. So it does take some people with some patience and just the ability to move on forward to try to get through some of these stuff, where I know there's some probably people that don't like to wake up this early, and this guy's already slamming vodka or whatever it is at 9 a.m. and that's gonna cause him to get a little happy pretty early. So I can only imagine some of the fights that the people have had as well. Or it's all a joke, and that's why it's unique to see from a Canadian standpoint here.
No, ehkä se on niinku vähän pelkistetty, tai semmoinen niinku stereotyyppinen kuva rokki-illasta, mitä saa DVDtä, koska eihän kukaan halua nähdä DVDtä sitä, kun minä venyttelen takahuoneella tai käyn hölkkäämässä tai tuolla.
Oh, I definitely do.
Kirjoittaa tekstiviestiä tai lukee sängyssä kirjaa.
Oh my lord.
Et ei se, totta kai ei se ole tuota. Mutta kuten kaikki tietää, niin kyllähän rockipiirissä nautitaan alkoholijuomia aika hyvä.
Yes. Did you have a drink or two? And Marco, Yuka, Thomas, Tarja, Empu, we all love you for it.
Ei, nyt jos pullon. Joo. Takaisin bisnekseen.
To cure the hangover, you start drinking again, don't you?
Tuomas.
Oh.
Joo, oikeesti ei se millään. Sano nyt jotain. Kuka soitti äsken?
Äiti soitti äsken.
Taisit vähän valehella.
Did you tell any lies?
Kysy mikä on ollut. No tää on hyvä olla.
Ehkä tää vähän nyt pilaa tunnolla.
Ei. No siis eteläamerikkalaiset ihmiset, ihan normaalit ihmiset, musta ne on niinku jotenkin tosi hienoa. Se halaus kautta pusikulttuuri, niin se on erittäin hellyttävä. Koko ajan ne on kiinni kimpussa ja pusimassa, eikä ne mitään sillä tarvitse. Se on vaan semmoista niinku ystävällistä.
Yeah, see, exactly, and there you go. Like they're hugging and kissing. So such different cultures in Canada. We're not very huggy and kissy, but we're very polite and like we open doors and all that type of stuff. Say sorry all the time. Over in Finland, it looks like it's a lot more poking fun and having just a good time and not completely addressing everything. And then down in South America, they're so open and so loving and charming, and they give hugs and kisses just to anyone. So it's nothing special. Where it might feel like an advance in some other societies, right? But... Look at that foam bath.
No suomalaisella karjalaisella juntilla oppimista.
Oh.
Kiteellä Asmarkinin nurkalla. Legendaarinen. Siis ihan todella
Yeah, we all could learn from each other around the world.
Hetkonen.
Don't take yourself so seriously, everyone.
Nightwish pitää koko kiteen yllä. On kyllä. Nightwish rulles, hei.
No, Kiteen nyt on ihan sama kuin puhus koko Suomesta.
Se on vaan kaksiteräinen miekka, niin kuin kaikkialla. Siis suuri osa on erittäin positiivista.
Tuo on pakko lähteä mukaan. Tänään tulee hyvä mat. Yököpelillä lähes lähtee käyntiin nyt.
The Night Owl.
Muista edustavuus on niinku kaikki kaikessa.
I love those back and forth views.
Hei, mutta aina pitää olla tupla. Siis parempi. Tää on taas niin tätä. Kattokaa. Nää on pitun varsekeija. Tässä on toinen pitun varsekeija.
Ihan oikeesti. Nyt pyydän anteeksi, että meillä ei oo paatuleipiä rannekin, mutta täällä on vaarallisia keijä. Tää on vitun varsekeija. Oma esimerkiksi toi. Ja toi. Tooma Järveltä.
Intimidating.
Ei oo sanakaan suomen, niin puhuu Toomajärveä ja Venäjää. Tää on vitun varsekeija. Tää on taas niin tätä. Kohta ollaan karubaarissa ja saadaan pannuun.
Varmaan yököpelin lähetyksen jälkipyykki oli kertoinen Venäjältä.
Kiteen seuraelämän keskus.
I think that guy's name's Tapio. When did he stop performing with Nightwish? I'm sure he was performing during Century Child, but was it the next album on Once when he was completely done? Please let me know about that. Nice, get some Eminem going. I do like Eminem. I grew up on Eminem. This documentary, y'all, you just don't know what's coming. Whoa, Lordy looks interesting. Dunces and bitch. What did it say? Dunces and bitch driven pulled a healthy crowd. Oh my god. Nice. Is that too honest? Ripping. I guess musicians can play multiple instruments, especially if you're in a band for so long. You get to use a lot of instruments. Oh!
Suomalaisilla on ihan yhtä paljon tunteita kuin etelä-amerikkalaisilla. Me ei kerta kaikkiaan osata niitä näyttää. Ei osata.
We can't or won't. Exactly. All about showing that feelings. You guys have helped me show my feelings on the channel.
Mitä sä kaipaat?
Kaikki talvet mä kaipaan just tätä. Mä en ole itse käynyt ulkomailla Ruotsia lukuun ottamatta ennen kuin nyt bändin kanssa. Ja silloin totta kai tuntui koko ajan siltä, että niinku, vittu miten pien paikka joku kitteä on ja niinku aivan turhaa.
Voi sanoa, että sellaista paikkaa ei vielä koskaan löytynyt. Niinku täällä missä nyt ollaan.
Mut sit kun on just käynyt siellä.
And I know there's that piece of his childhood that I think he never wants to let go of. And I think that's what keeps him sane, to be honest. And I can see why he never wants to leave that place and how it's hard to find beauty in other areas. And it's not like he hasn't said other places are beautiful. He just hasn't found something that's hit him the same way as his hometown here, right? But it's good that he at least gets to travel with the band.
Ja nähnyt sitä, niin se on niinku just sellainen, että silloin kun on siellä ulkomailla, niin silloin kaipaa aina just niinku sitä rauhaa. Ja pienen paikkaan, kotia, itselle, tai niinku nyt Joensuuhun. Mut sitten taas
Joensuu, okei.
On siellä ollut sitten kuukauden 2 kotona ja niinku tottunut siihen rauhaan, niin sitten taas on koko ajan semmoinen, että olisi pikkasen kiva lähteä taas jonnekin ulkomaille.
Mikä tää paikka on?
At least they get both.
Tää on meidän kesämökki, joka on ainakin merkkaa meille, mulle, perheelle paljon enemmän kuin pelkkää kesämökki. Mitä se nyt on? Täällä kun ei kaipaa mitään muuta.
Mikä pistää Tuomaksen olet Tuomas? Mikä pistää Tuomaksen säveltämään noita biisejä? Mikä pistää Tuomaksen kirjoittamaan tommosia sanotuksia?
Oh,
niin.
That's a hard one.
Mikä se on? Kuka sen tietää? Ei varmaan Tuomas tiedä itsekään.
I bet even Tuomas doesn't know.
On se menestys? Emme usko, koska se ei koskaan missään vaiheessa ollut se asia, minkä takia tehdään musiikkia. Tai minkä takia Tuomas tekee musiikkia. Miksi se säveltää, sanottaa. Mikä sitten voi olla?
Kaipuu.
Mut mihin? Niin.
Tää on se, mitä me sulta kysyt.
No just niitä kysymyksiä just tässä silleen, niin kun, no aina sitten siinä vaiheessa, kun levy on tehty, niin esimerkiksi muistan, kun sain tuon uuden Century Child-levyn kotiin, niin siinä lueskelin levyn tekstit läpi ja heti tuli semmoinen olo, että silleen, on pakko soittaa Tuomokselle. Nyt sillä pojalla menee huonosti silleen, että
Jeez, eh?
mitä meidän Tuomokselle on tapahtunut. Ei se näin katkera ollut aikaisemmin.
Jos niinku meinaa tehdä jotain sellaisia biisejä.
Wow, so they could even tell, and that's why he's saying after those first 2 albums, that bitterness came in and started being very obvious right from the lyrics. And I don't know if y'all have been there, but there's those moments in life where you do become a bit more callous and a bit more bitter and not as polite and a little bit more mean. So it's interesting that Tapio was saying that he called him just to make sure he was all right. And I mean, I think Tuomas and everyone just makes music as a way to express themselves at the deepest level and maybe to share that with people so people can hear you out. And it's the best form of art. So, I mean, why not make music?
Isä, niin kuin esimerkiksi Tuomas tekee, sävellyksiä ja kokonaisuuksia, niin pakko siinä olla joku niin kuin sellainen suurempi voima, mikä sitä niin kuin ajaa tekemään sen.
Yeah.
Just tällainen vahva tunne, kaipuu tai rakkaus tai joku vastaava. Jos sä sais joskus niin kuin Herran Jumala täytettyä sen viimeisen halunsa, niin eihän sen jälkeen, mitä se voisi tehdä? Mikä seuraava levy olisi? Eihän se olisi Herran Jumala yhtään mitään. Se olisi niin kuin vailla tarkoitusta.
Like what Yuka's saying there.
Das neue Album der fantastischen Classic Rock Band
Nightwish!
Vittu kun hermostuttaa.
The year all was falling apart. Stephen King! There you go. I wonder what happened this year.
Viime vuosi oli kyllä paskin vuosi elämästä moneltakin.
Wow, okay, here we go.
Eli vuosi oltu kiertueella kautta keikoilla putkeen. alkoi bändissä jäsenten välit kiristyä
Yeah.
ja hirveän huono fiilis muutenkin keikoilla.
Maybe it has something to do with the
Damn.
winters or darkness and human characteristics or something. You can just guess.
And that's what I was saying. There must have been so many, with how tight that group is, like with the touring and all that, and how many gigs they're doing, and just how rambunctious it is. Like, stuff like this was going to happen, and I'm glad that they're letting us know how.
That is one question
Beep,
I
beep.
hear every day. Every day. That when are you going to leave Nightwish? I'm quite tired of that already, but it's very normally. Of course, people are very worried about that because my voice is what is it, and I'm still continuing, as I have said.
Oh man, did you see how they looked there?
This doesn't mean that I am stopping and quitting the band. The band is 5 members and we all are together.
They don't even have their eyes up. Damn, that's tough.
And as long as this feels good to do, we are continuing.
Tervetuloa huomenta alueelle. Ja keikkailette glamouriseen päivään.
You can feel the tension, couldn't you?
Te huomaatte, lämmintä bussa riittää.
Nice and warm. Jeez, that looks good. Oh no.
Voi vittu, tää meni ihan päin vittu tää meidän juttu. Ja tässä ei ollut mitään järkeä tässä, tää on ihan päin vittu.
Oh my god, they're hilarious.
Taluttakaa sitä! Siellä jätkä on ihan paineessa ja paleessa.
Oh my god. Oh, these guys, I tell you.
Siihen ralliin me lähdettiin taas.
Okay, we got about a little under 20 minutes left on this. Thank you guys if you're still here. I really appreciate that. If you're here in the premiere, let me know in the chat how much fun you're having. This end of this documentary is kind of more focusing on, I guess, this album and then what turmoil happened during this album. And it's saying that this was the worst year of Tuomas's life. This also means it could have been the biggest change in his life that almost has happened. So even though sometimes bad, like a bad year, it seems in reflection bad, it could have been for the good in the long run. So it's just interesting, and it's how jokey this documentary is still, though. It's not off-putting. It's just like, it leaves me at least sometimes wanting to hear more constructive stuff they're talking about instead of joking around so much. But I mean, we already heard a lot of good stuff on this, so I can't get too picky. But if I had one critique, I would say I wish it just had a bit more of the actual members just talking more, like when they're sitting down, like when Yuka and Tuomas are there talking about their feelings and all that. Again, I'm a psychologist, philosopher at heart, so that's what I like to talk about a lot. But it's just such a unique documentary, isn't it? You know?
people and just putting all the anxiety and all the bad feelings into music.
Jeez.
You fascist pig, give me money.
First of all, I've never said in an interview that Tare has nothing to do with the success of Nightwish.
Man.
She's like the real, only unique element that we have in our music. And she's the thing that really creates Nightwish to the normal public, normal audience. That's the first thing that the audience notices.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. What do you think? Obviously, Tawamis is the mastermind here, but do you think it was Tarja's unique voice that made Nightwish such a hit off the start? Or was it the music itself you think that was more influential? Maybe it was a 50-50, but what do you guys think was more influential on how it started? Was because, like Tawamis is saying, everyone does hear the singer a lot first, and that's like the headliner. When you're watching a show too, you can see her in the front or whoever else is singing. So I'm curious because I know for me, when I first heard Nightwish, it was Dark Chest of Wonders and it was Tarja singing, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to make Nightwish one of my first full dive-ins when I started this reaction channel. So I know for me, it was her voice on top of how awesome the music was, especially symphonically. So it was right off the bat, Tarja and Tawamis that were sticking out for me.
Like the biggest part of the image of Nightwish. There's one beauty and four beasts in the past, so who do you...
And one more thing, and Tarja and Tawamis looks like out of at least all these people, out of Yuka and Sammy and Empu, it looks like they had at least the best professional relationships. So I could see why this one really hurt Tarja and everyone, I guess, with the split.
We're promoting here. But it takes 5 persons to create the whole band. So everybody has a very strong position in this band.
Oh, this documentary, y'all.
Amazing life, sometimes it is like that. You'll never know.
Vittu, ja ensimmäinen juntti rupee haastaa riitä. Vittu, kun sä tönit mua sillä vittu komeralla. Oothan vielä jossain vaiheessa saanut, kun roudataan yöllä noita kamoja. Siinä voisi tulee.
Nightwish.
Nightwish.
Century Child. Kaupoissa perjantaina.
Mihin me jäätiin? Mitä me kaipaan? Onks tää niinku se kysymys? Eikö tää tuu mitään detailta?
Ei.
Me kaipaa hirveästi semmoista oikeanlaista tasapainoa kaikkeen mitä me teen. Siis
The right kind of balance, y'all.
Nimenomaan sellaista, että mua ei tarvitsisi olla niin stressantunut koko ajan kaikista asioista. Me kaipaan sitä tunnetta, että me pystyy
Wow, missing the feeling of happiness. My brother.
Tunnetta, että olisi onnellinen ja pystyisi antamaan itselleen, pystyisi olemaan itsestään ylpeä, pystyisi antamaan itselleen omat mokat anteeksi. Tasapaino, semmoinen sopivanlainen tasapaino, ei rutiini. Ei missään rutiini, mutta sopivanlainen tasapaino kaikessa mitä teet. Sitä mä oon hakenut viimeistä.
Find a balance, not a routine, because every day that balance might have to be a little different. And if you set yourself completely with a routine, you might become so damn robotic where you're going to lose some of that happiness and spontaneity that you need to have in life. So, it's just so, I guess, sad to hear how upset he got so quickly in his Nightwish career. And it's just, I want to see all these documentaries to get as much information as I can.
10 vuotta ja en ole vielä löytänyt sitä, me kaipaan kaikkea eniten. ajattelen joku biisi Getsemane, tai siis se loppukaneetti, mikä siinä on. Se on niinku, menee ihan äärimmäisen henkilökohtaisuuksiin. Mut silti se on siellä, ja se paranti omaa olotilaa hirveästi. Ei sieltä ole kyllä paljon mitään jätetty pois. Voi sanoa, että melkein kaikki.
There's nothing taken out. You can read it all there. It's good to know.
Ever Dream. Sekin on niin henkilökohtainen sellainen niinku tunteiden kautta kaipauksen vuodatus.
Really? Okay. See, this is amazing to find out some of the actual history of these songs and why they were written, because it's so important to know why something was made and know the genesis of why it was created, because I never knew Ever Dream was about this. So it's nice to know he's reflecting on that dream of being back in that happiness. Wow. Very honest though. That's pretty much all in there. I got songs. You want to hear my thoughts?
Jos yhden asian saa pois päivärissä, niin varmasti tulee jotain uutta. Siinä vaiheessa kun ei tule enää uutta, niin varmasti tulee Nightwishin täynnä uutta.
I hear ya. Well, he kept going, didn't he?
Minua aina, musta tulee hirveän kärtsy, kun mulla on alhainen verensokeri.
I just get moody when my blood sugar runs low. Maybe me too.
Vituttaa minua aika usein, mutta ei vituta enää niin paljon kuin vuosi sitten. Vuosi sitten vitutti ihan jatkuvasti suoraan. Aina kun artisti tekee työtä, oli se sitten maalaustaiteilija, muusikko, näyttelijä, kuka tahansa, niin aina se suoritus, mitä se taiteilija tekee, niin jollain tavalla heijastaa artistin mielentilaa.
Every time.
Ihmissuhteet
millään
ja muutenkin jatkua semmonen itseinho päällä ja tuli ajateltua hirveästi asioita. Sitten siihen päälle vielä tää bändihomma. Tuntuu vaan, että tosiaan kaikki kaatuu päälle. Ja sitten tiedettiin, että studioon pitäisi mennä tuossa joulukuussa tekemään demoa. Teepä tässä biisejä. Niin semmoisessa mielentilassa niin biisit tulee sellaisia niin kuin ne on.
Damn, some of these lyrics to Almost. Like, this is why I want to dive into every album and find out every lyric.
Minä olen yhden kerran lopettanut tämän bändin. Se tapahtui syksyllä 2001.
But an end to Nightwish autumn 2001. Yeah, right.
Päällimmäisenä semmoisen itseinho, että tuli taas joku 24
self-hate.
vastaava. Pitäisi miettiä kaikkea, mitä on tullut tehty, mitä pitäisi tehdä, minkälainen ihminen on. Ei ollut tyytyväinen mihinkään, mitä itse teki tai minkälainen oli.
Wow.
Siihen päälle päätteeksi ihmissuhteet kusi. Vielä se, että Nightwish, joka oli ja on edelleen niin kuin ehkä se tärkein osa oma.
And you can't lose track of this stuff. Like, y'all, there's a really good analogy. Imagine a jar. So you have rocks, which are about this size. You have some chocolate chips, which are about, you know, that size, you know? And then there's some sand. The rocks represent the people in your life, your family, your friends that need to be there to sustain you. So you put those rocks into the jar and it looks full already. But then you have a little space for the chocolate chips, which are a little smaller, but not as small as the sand. And those are like, you know, things that are still important, but they shouldn't take over everything, like your job, like your job and other examples. And then for the last one, the sand, that's all the meaningless worry like the stuff you shouldn't be worrying about that can fit in the jar after. But if you put the sand in first, you can't put the rocks in because then the jar's already filled by the sand. So you have to make sure you put these things together. And I love what he's saying because he was so focused on Nightwish, which I do think is a top pebble for him. Maybe it should be a chocolate chip, but it's like, I mean, you need to support and get your creative stuff out. So I'll put that as a pebble, but maybe that was the only pebble he was focused on, and then everything else fell in before he could throw in the other parts, because the personal relationships is the thing that took the biggest hit for him, and that he's trying to get back. And I know when you take on new stuff, even like with this channel, when I was trying to work, be a dad and do this channel at once, it was hard to find a proper balance where you didn't lose one of those important pieces. But at first you have to make sure you put in your family and your friends and those that you need, and there's enough room for that other stuff, but you can't do it the other way around.
Omaa elämääni. Se kävi läpi pahimman kriisisen, mitä se on tähän asti käynyt. Kaikki ne jotenkin niinku kasautu yhteen aikaan, eli kesä ja syksy 2001. Viimeisen keikan jälkeen, mikä meillä oli Nivalassa, minä henkilökohtaisesti pistin pillit pussiin ja soitin Spinelle seuraavana päivänä, että Nightwish loppui tähän, ja soitin Trackerille ja sanoin, että Nightwish loppui tähän, minä en tee enää yhtään mitään. Hyvinkään niin ehkä seuraavan levyn voidaan tehdä, mutta mä en ikinä lähde enää keikalle tämän bändin kanssa. Kerron siitä muille. Se meni niin kireeksi. Sillä otti vähän kaikki yhteen. Sillä
no kidding.
Tää homma ei toimi enää ikinä, että ei tässä tule helvettiäkään. Niin. Ja lähdin suoraan Kemiin.
You knew it wouldn't work, eh?
Lähdettiin viikoksi vaeltaa Lappiin. Mulla oli ihan helvetin hyvä olo. Vittu, nyt on saanut sen kiven pois sydämeltä, että mulla ei ole enää tätä taakkaa nimeltä Nightwish kannettavana, että nyt pääsee aloittaa uuden elämän.
Wow.
Puhuttiin siitä ja mulla oli oikeasti hyvä olo. Mä oon kertonut Spinelle, kertonut Trackerille, kertonut muille, että mä en jaksa enää. Ja
damn, it was that close.
Se oli ihan pelottavaa, että se ei ollut
beginning of a new life.
Se oli oikeasti hyvä olo. Mutta nyt, vuosi siitä, niin kyllä tajuu, että olisi tehnyt elämänsä isomman virheen, jos olisi siihen lähtenyt.
Wow. Yeah.
Antoi ajan mennä, ei nähnyt muita tyyppejä. Se jotenkin se usko palautui itteensä ja tajus tämän homman hienouden ja sen, mihin asti
Thank God, Thomas.
Ei se ole sen arvosta, että se näin helpolla lopetetaan.
No, it did not deserve to end like that at all. All problems could be solved, and they do. You gotta trust it, though.
Oli silloin mielessä, että jos Nightwish ikinä pystyisi jatkumaan, se on se, että minä ja Sammy ei pystytä olemaan samassa bändissä. Tää on niinku yksi ihan fakta,
wow, okay.
Toinen yhtä suuri fakta oli se, että me en pysty sitä Samille sanomaan. En tiedä, onko se, että on liian lempeä, vai on liian raukka tai on mikä tahansa, mutta me en pysty sitä Samille sanomaan.
Gentle or too cowardly? What do you guys think? If you can't tell your friend or anything like that to their face, is that too gentle or too cowardly? I mean, that must have been real tough, and it's interesting to hear that if we were going to do Nightwish again, we couldn't have Sammy there in the same band. And that's always what I felt watching them when I didn't know what exactly happened. And to watch how even Tuomas is like, I ain't gonna even do this unless Sammy's gone. That's powerful, but tough.
Joka on ollut mun kaveri 10 vuotta, että me ei tule toimeen samassa bändissä.
Yeah, he's been his friend for 10 years.
Me ennemmin pistä sen bändin hajalle kuin sen, että mun pitäisi se sanoa.
Wow. He'd rather quit the whole thing than tell it to his face.
Suurimmista asioista, joita mä tällä hetkellä kadun, on se, että mä itse pystynyt sitä silloin Samille sanomaan. Sitä tuun katumaan loppuelämäni asti. Se oli kyllä paska homma. Se olisi pitänyt niinku ystävänä ja bändikaverina pystyä sanomaan, että asia on nyt niin. Se olisi ollut vähintäänkin reilu. Ja se oli kyllä tosi paha mukaan, mutta ei sillä nyt enää mitään voi. Että Evosen muistan vielä, että sen jälkeen kun Evo oli soittanut Samille, niin Sami tuli saman tien käymään mun luona ja siinä puhuttiin asioita tunnin ajan läpi. Ja Sami sanoi, että homma selvä. Se lähti pois ja sen jälkeen me ei ollutkaan puhuttu.
Damn. That's intense, and like I'm not gonna transfer this to how Tarya then was released and like how he couldn't to her face say that or whatever. And I mean like she was already going and blah blah blah. So sticking on just the Sammy thing, and I wonder if they talk at all now because it's been so long. But now knowing that Dead Boy poem, some of that has to do with how he fired Sammy. So that's just interesting, and how he says he's never gonna forgive himself, but he's trying to forgive himself. So that battle, that existentialism that he's going through, it's kind of cool for me to watch it going down, because I know at least where he is now. So I know there's like a lot of growth and good stuff that came out of this. It'd be interesting to know where Sammy went, if he got a bit more enthusiastic with other bands or anything, because that lack of enthusiasm for a very enthusiastic guy doesn't really bode well for when it's playing live.
Silence full of it, perfect concert, my best friend. So much to live for, so much to die for. If only my heart had a home. Sing what you can't say, forget what you can't play.
Hirveän huono itsetunto. Se on mun varmaan elämän suurin tragedia.
Good to know that Finland drives on the right side of the road, because I've been to a lot of places. Okay, I haven't been to many places, but when I was in England, at least, you drove on the left side of the road, so I didn't know how it was in the rest of Europe and all.
On aiheuttanut muille ihmisille tässä ympärillä niin paljon hyvää. Siihen lisäksi vielä tällaiset fanit, jotka sanoo, että teidän musiikki on aina, joka pitää minua elossa tai pelastanut itsemurhalta ja niin edespäin. Että oikeasti on tehnyt jotain hyvää tämän maailman eteen.
I mean, to have some fans mentioning how your music has saved them, even to like not letting them commit suicide, that even is a heavy burden within itself. It's like, do I just do this to keep them alive, or am I doing this for like, I mean, that's a pretty good reason to keep going, but it might not sustain you forever. So there's plenty of reasons why he came back, and I'm so glad he did, and I hope they keep going.
Mä oon huomannut, että mun niinku viimeisimmätkin viattomuuden rippeet alkaa olla mennyttä. 2 asiassa mä oon pystynyt se säilyttämään. Mä oon ollut aina uskollinen, ja toinen on se, että mä oon ollut aina ollut rehellinen musiikin suhteen. Ja niistä
He's always been loyal and true to his music. Won't compromise that.
Elämä olisi kyllä vielä raskaampaa. Että musiikki itsessä on niin ihana asia. Kaunis asia.
Yes, it is.
Tällä hetkellä kyllä bändin yhteishenki on niin loistava ja parempi kuin koskaan. Ei pelkästään Markon takia, vaan ihan muutenkin. Ja mun mielestä koko bändi on nyt tällä hetkellä saavuttanut sen tilan, että me en tarvitse enää todistaa, mitä me tehdään, vaan hyviä biisejä. Ollaan hyvä bändi.
I mean, and I like how he says we're doing so much better, not just because of Marco. That does mean that Marco was a massive reason why they were able to form amazing chemistry again as a band, and that they're getting so good that they know they don't need to prove to anyone their worth, so that they actually can just perform, which is so much more relaxing when you're trying to, you know, prove your worth and trying to make a job and all that. It's a lot more stressful, and I know Tawamas was saying how stressed he was, so it's good to hear that at least at the end of this documentary, he's starting to feel a little better now.
Nyt on koko väriskaala.
Joo, onpa skaala, on skaala. Kemmerointia, Villiä. Porto Alegre. Porto Alegre. Ricardo Hietala.
Oh no, sunglasses guy. Don't put it in the nose. I don't want to see another one. At first I thought that was like a knife he was putting in his nose. Dun, dun, dun. I love how some bands have songs where like they all get to come in at different times. Oh, is that a little doobie? Bum, bum, bum. What a way to start. How could you not get a crowd pumped on that? Look at them go. Thanks again, guys. We have a little bit left. If you made it this far, let me know. Hit that like button if you've had a good time. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. We have a lot more documentaries coming down, a lot more Nightwish, a lot more metal, a lot more a bunch of everything. And let's continue. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, all these camera angles, it's beautiful. I love when Empu gets low and plays like that. I think that's his signature style, and it's amazing. That's something that I've always loved about him. I'm glad that he did that so I could point that out, because I mad respect to that. When I play standing up, that's how I play too. I'm a lot taller than him, though. Who knew this would be such a healing documentary still? Like, for me, honestly. It's really taught me to be not so hard on myself and don't take myself so damn seriously. They've been big for so long. Here I thought like Disturbed and Slipknot were like kicking ass back in the 2000s, but no, Nightwish was. Walk it in. Yeah, Taria, last one out, giving them the love. Gotta love those photos. Shitty band, shitty equipment, no commercial potential. Suck it! If I could get back my childhood in those pants. Wow. What a way to end this, y'all. Very exciting. Looks like it's just the credits left, so I'm just gonna let those slide down. And wow, what a good time. I hope you guys had a good time with us as well. That was the end of Innocence, and it just makes you think and ponder what really happened throughout their whole history of Nightwish. And to know even by after the second album, they already were starting to feel that tension and that fissure that was coming in. So it's awesome that they got rid of Sammy, no offense, because I couldn't stand that demeanor he always had, even in those interviews. Like every time you see him, he just did not look impressed. And if you don't want to be there, don't be there, right? There's plenty of other people that want to be in your positions, y'all. Even like for me, sometimes when I'm having an off day and maybe I don't want to come on the camera as much, it's like, well, other people will come on the camera for you. So go on the camera, have a good time, get out of your head, stop taking yourself so seriously, and get that innocence back and have some fun. That's why I still wanted to check this documentary, even though halfway through the documentary it started getting very hooligan for me, and I'm not the biggest shooting the shit type of guy. Like, I like to talk about real stuff. That's why we do story time with ETC on this channel. If you guys haven't seen our podcast, we'd love to talk to people and find out their whole story. So that's why it's amazing to see this, and I want to see a bunch more. So please let me know what the next documentary I should do. I know there's some that are in this time frame, and I kind of want to check those ones out. In the 2000s, and I know there's a really good one called Once Upon a Time in Kaiti, or I think Kite or Kaiti. Please let me know how to say that correctly, and I would love to watch all of them eventually, so definitely let me know which one I should do first. You guys know my Nightwish journey so far, and I think you could tell that I needed to see this stuff. I also want to start doing these albums again. We're going to get back to Human Nature. And once we finish Human Nature on the channel, we're going to start from start to finish and check out the studio with the lyrics so we get the full context of where Tuomas's mind was and all that. It was nice how the documentary ended with a lot of hope and optimism, obviously, because we know where they went. But even for now, in a time frame where it looks like that next epoch of Nightwish is coming, I have a lot of hope, and even if it is the end of Nightwish after this, they have so much to give still, and they're just such amazing people. I would love to go to Finland and just check out that area. It is a beautiful place, especially if Tuomas has been around the world saying there's nothing like that little town he's in. It would be so cool to see that. I know some of you have been there. So it's been a really good time. I hope you guys had a good time as well. That's not the easiest documentary for some people, and I appreciate all the comments you guys have given during the premieres and just on the comments itself. It's been enthralling to know all the drama, I guess, that's happened. It's entertaining, and just being on the outside in, seeing their history, I feel very lucky to have finally found something like this band that I've wanted to dive in this deeply. Before this channel, Opeth About was the only band I knew the whole discography for, and I kind of got stuck on them. So it's amazing now the range that I'm going, and I think it has a lot to do with Tarja and Tuomas, and obviously Floor and everyone else in the band that has been there. But those two, for me, were such game changers in different, like they were the game changers for me, I think, really. And obviously everyone is great in this band, and they all put in they've stamped their mark on the band, that's for sure. Whether good or bad, this band is an amalgamation of everything that has happened. The lyrics tell, so it's amazing to know where they're at now, going in his new stuff, knowing where his lyrics are a lot to do with his mental state. Seems like things are going great there. And I can't wait to see the next documentary. So please guide me the correct way, y'all. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you had a good time with us. But this is the end of Innocence, and we are done now. Hope you guys had a good time. We're exiting the rabbit hole now, folks. Peace and love. God bless y'all.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special shout out to all of our patrons and YouTube members. We appreciate all of your support.